I'm mostly known as a finance guy, but what a lot of people don't understand about me is my undergraduate degree is actually in marketing. And I think I should take that degree away from myself because recently, when I was trying to launch a brand new business, I made a huge goof when it comes to marketing. And that is, I didn't even bother to take the time to sit down and lay out the user persona that I was going to attack with my business, the user persona that I was hoping to attract with my business. I didn't even bother to do one. So a lot of good that marketing degree did for me. So what is a user persona? Well, imagine the perfect person that your business wants to have as a customer, the absolutely perfect person, someone that you're happy to work with, that's willing to pay you for your product or service, that you just really enjoy interacting with. You don't mind doing customer service for, you're not having to take a call from them and they're screaming at you all the time. Think of that perfect person. You should understand that person at a very deep level. And I jokingly tell people you should understand your user persona even better than maybe your significant other or your spouse. You should understand them very deeply. You should know lots of things about them. And the things that go into a user persona really range all the way from demographic data. So you should even know their name. So I give my own user persona a fake name. So we'll call him Lee. Lee is my user persona. You should know their name, their age, where they live, because sometimes that can impact how you go about attracting that user persona. You should know more characteristics, particularly if you're in consumer goods and things like clothing, things like that. If you're looking at that industry, you should be able to take a user persona and their demographics even further. So knowing if they're married, knowing what color their hair is, what color their eyes are, how tall they are. And then we start to think about psychographics that you should understand beyond demographics. So things like, how do they think? How do they make buying decisions? Maybe they're the type person who, makes impulse decisions, or maybe they're the type of person who needs to talk to lots of other people for them to make a decision. So sometimes your perfect buyer persona is someone that needs lots of other intel, maybe from other customers or people they know, references, those types of things, before they're willing to make a buying decision. Now, if you don't have your user persona defined very well, then you're going to be wasting money and energy marketing to this crowd. That doesn't mean that you won't turn prospects into sales. You still may, and you probably will have at least some. But if you understand your user persona very deeply, then the marketing efforts that you put into attracting prospects and turning them into customers goes a lot further. Now, if you can't describe your user persona in detail, then you need to take the time to do some research. And there's a lot of different ways you can do that. I'll produce that type of video for you soon. But a couple of ideas just for today is simply the best thing is talking to potential customers, talking to them, asking them questions. And as you're asking those questions, thinking to yourself, does this sound like the type of person that my business would love to have as a customer? Back to the beginning, are they easy to work with? Are they happy to pay you what you ask for your product or service? Those types of things. So you need to be doing lots of customer research so that you can be very explicit and target those user personas that you want to attract. Now, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video, and it's going to take you to a Notion template for a user persona guide that you can fill out to help you drill deeper into the perfect user persona for your business. Now, if you've not used Notion before, don't worry. It's a wonderful piece of software. As a matter of fact, the blog article and the notes that I'm looking to on my right here are in Notion, and I use it for all kinds of other things like to-do lists and just lots of different stuff. But Notion has a free offering, so you can still download this resource and get a copy of it. Take the time, fill out your user persona. You'll thank yourself for doing it because it'll really improve your marketing.